SBI Clerical Mains, grant test number 5, English explanation. Let us start. Directions 51 to 55. In the following passage, there are blanks, each of which are numbered. Only one word fits the blank appropriately out of the given 5 options. Find out the appropriate word in each case. So, one small cloze test is there. So, let us start. A strike by farmers in Maharashtra continues to affect normal life despite the state government's announcement of an end to the dash last week. The farmers whose demands include full dash of farm loans, hikes in the minimum support price for agricultural produce, and writing off of pending electricity bills have been on an indefinite strike since June 1st. Okay, so a strike by farmers in Maharashtra continues to affect normal life despite the state government's announcement of an end to the dash last week. So what are they doing, sir? They are doing a strike. Clear? As we already know, sir, that one particular noun is there and we are talking about the same noun again, then first time that will take a or an. The second time, the same noun will take the before it. Clear? So let us check the options. Occult, indistinct, strike, egress, babcock. All the meanings one by one. Egress. Egress meaning emergence. Okay. Strike meaning everybody knows, that is written there. Stopping for some time, everything. Indistinct meaning is not clearly defined. Not clearly defined. Okay. Occult meaning something mysterious type of thing, black magic type of thing. Okay. And bibcock is a type of garden hose pipe. As we already know, sir, that when we are like watering the plants and all, then we will need this babcock thing. Clear? So a strike by farmers in Maharashtra continues to affect normal life despite the state government's announcement of an end to the what, sir? To the strike only. C is the answer. Clear? Why, sir? Because we are talking about the same strike and government announced to stop the or end the same strike. So we are getting the same noun. One time it is used with a or an, the second time it will be used with the. So here the is there, so strike will be the answer. So for 51, C is the answer. Let us start again. Strike by farmers in Maharashtra continues to affect normal life despite the state government's announcement of an end to the what we got for question number 51, that is strikes last week. The farmers whose demands include full dash of farm loans, hikes in the minimum support price for agricultural produce, and writing off on pending electricity bills have been on an indefinite strike since June 1. So what we are getting here, one dash, and before that full word is there, after that off word is there. So in that case, let us check the options: hydrant, nozzle, waiver, illegible, and indecisive. One by one, meaning, sir. Indecisive, not clearly defined, not clearly defined. Okay. Illegible is there, waiver is there, waiver means discharge. And hydrant and nozzle. So let us check here. Demands include full waiver of. Okay. For 52, that should be waiver. Okay. Why waiver? Because demands include full dash of farm loans. So loans they have taken, so they want to discharge it. So obviously waiver is the answer. So demands include full waiver of farm loans, hikes in the minimum support price for agricultural produce, and writing off of pending electricity bills have been on an indefinite strike since June 1. As we already got for 51 strike and 52 waiver. Let us move again. Okay. So include full waiver of farm loans, hikes in the minimum support price for agricultural produce, and writing off of pending electricity bills have been on an indefinite strike since June 1st. As the strike nears the end of its first week, prices of essential goods such as milk, fruits and vegetables have risen dash. Options are esoteric, indulgent, stopcock, petcock, steeply. So one by one, all the meanings, sir. Okay. Esoteric first. Esoteric meaning is confined. Okay. Esoteric meaning is confined to. Okay. And then there is a word indulgent. Indulgent meaning soft. Stopcock, petcock, everybody knows that is directly related to water and all, one type of machinery. Okay. And there is a word steeply. Steeply meaning abruptly manner. Steeply meaning everyone abruptly manner, or in an abrupt manner. Okay. In an abrupt manner. I'm writing down here again clearly. Okay. Abrupt manner. So fruits and vegetables have risen steeply is the answer for 53. Why? Meaning they have risen, but risen in what manner? Abrupt manner. In very, not in a very gradual way. Sometimes 3 rupees, sometimes 5 rupees, sometimes 6 rupees, like that. So have risen steeply or abruptly, causing distress to consumers. Okay. One day you are going to the shop and you are getting some potato for 10 rupees. The next day you are going and you are getting the same potato thing for 50 rupees. So that is a thing, sir, steeply. Okay, so that is the problem that is causing distress to consumers. Okay. Some farmer groups agreed to call off their strike after Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis promised that his government would waive farm loans of small and marginal farmers worth about rupees 30,000 crore, increase power subsidies, hike the price for milk dash, and also set up a state commission to look into the matter of raising the MSP for crops. Okay, so after milk dash is there. Options are unfasten, mild, procurement, valve, and loosen. Options are all these. And what we are getting, sir? Procurement. The word procurement meaning act of getting possession. Act of getting possession. Okay. And unfasten meaning everybody knows here. Mild, and valve and loosen. Okay. So losing something. So 54 number, our answer would be procurement. Okay. Why procurement? Let us check here, sir. Hike the price for milk. Procurement. Act of getting possession. Okay. So the government is trying to control everything. So hike the price for milk. Procurement, and also set up a state commission to look into the matter of raising the MSP for crops. He also promised that buying agricultural produce below their MSP would soon be made a criminal offense. Okay. Other farmer groups, meanwhile, have dashed to their demand for a complete farm loan waiver and continued with their protest. So, some other particular farmer groups doing what, sir? They are demanding for the complete farm loan waiver. Okay, they don't want to give that loan anymore, so they want total farm loan waiver and continued with their protest. So options are enigmatical, stuck, spy got, spout, and unfixed. So all the meanings one by one. First one is enigmatical. Enigmatical meaning is mysterious. Stuck meaning everything is stopped. Okay. Spy got meaning is tap. Okay. Spout meaning is gushing towards something, and unfixed. So let us see. Other farmer groups meanwhile have stuck. Okay, why stuck? Because they don't want to move from the continuing protest. Clear? So they want to stuck there only. So other farmer groups meanwhile have stuck to their demand for a complete farm loan waiver and continued with their protest. So for 55B is the answer. Directions 56 to 60. Another close test. Let us read. It is notable that the protests have come soon after the Uttar Pradesh government dashed farm loans earlier this year, setting off similar demands in other states. So something happened with farm loans. Uttar Pradesh government did what, sir? Moderated, tolerated, affirmation, waived, and arithmetic. Okay. So Moderated, everybody knows. Tolerated meaning bearing continuously. Affirmation meaning giving some positive news. Enigmatic and waived is the meaning of waived. The meaning of this particular word waived is forego or relinquish. Okay. They simply did what? They told, okay, fine, no need to give loan anymore. So that is the thing, sir. So for 56 number, D is the answer. It is notable that the protests have come soon after the Uttar Pradesh government waived farm loans earlier this year, setting off similar demands in other states. Yet, while Maharashtra's farmers have caught the attention of the government, the focus on quick fixes has pushed aside the real structural issues behind the crisis. At the root of the crisis is the steep fall in the prices of agricultural goods. The price slump significantly has come against the backdrop of a good monsoon that led to a bumper crop. The production of tur dal for dash. So what is going on here? At the root of the crisis is a steep fall in the prices of agricultural goods. The price slump significantly has come against the backdrop of a good monsoon that led to a bumper crop, meaning a very great monsoon has done and that led to a bumper crop. Okay. So here, after that, the production of tur dal for dash increased fivefold from last year to over 20 lakh tons in 2016-17. So for options are abstruse, instance, allegation, undedicated, and arcane. So one by one, their meanings. The word will be here instance. So for instance, meaning we are giving you an example that tur dal increased fivefold from last year to over 20 lakh tons in 2016-17. Okay, other words can't be. Okay, undedicated can't be here because sir, we are talking about increased some production of crops. So tur dal, for instance, increased fivefold from last year. For instance, increased fivefold from last year to over 20 lakh tons in 2016-17 dash of price. Options are ambiguous, assertion, application, irrespective, incredible. So all the meanings one by one. Ambiguous, assertion, assertion meaning affirmative. Okay. Application here, everybody knows. Incredible meaning something you cannot believe, and irrespective meaning regardless. Irrespective of way, we are saying like that. So for particular 58 number, we are getting sir, which will be the answer for here. After this particular word, we are getting 2016-17 irrespective of price. Why? Because we no need to mention it regardless of price. So irrespective of price, options are for 59, concealed, fluctuations, bright light, counterclaim, and complicated. So one by one, their meaning. Counterclaim meaning will be another claim in a legal system. Okay, right, and then there is a fluctuations meaning something which is fluctuating, not continuing. Conceal and complicated. So in this case, sir, our answer will be this one, B option. Okay, of irrespective of price fluctuations, meaning previously what happened, somewhat high, somewhat low, and right now sir, for this one 59B, fluctuations will be the answer. So MSPs are supposed to enable farmers to sell their produce at. So for 59B, fluctuations is the answer. MSPs are supposed to enable farmers to sell their produce at remunerative prices, but procurement of crops at MSP by the government has traditionally been low for most crops, except a few dash such as rice and wheat. Options are cryptic, confusing, declaration, staples, and entity. Okay, so except a few dash such as rice and wheat, sir, we are taking these two things daily. Okay, so confusing can't be. They can't be confusing. Why? Because we know them already. Cryptic meaning something very mysterious, that also can't be your answer. So we are taking them daily. So staples is the word. Staples meaning basic, okay, and entreaty meaning appealing or appeal. So this particular rice and wheat don't have any other appeal to us. They are so basic to us that we all know. Okay, so they are staple food, everyday food. So except a few staples such as rice and wheat. So this has forced distressed farmers to sell their produce at much lower prices, adding to their debt burden. Okay. Direction 61 to 65. Each question below has two blanks, each blank indicating that something has been omitted. Find out which option can be used to fill up the blanks in the sentence in the same sequence to make it meaning complete. So, 61 number. The law prohibits a person from felling a sandalwood tree even if it grows on one's own land without prior permission from the government. As poor people cannot deal with the government, this legal provision leads to a rip-roaring business for dash, who care neither for the dash nor for the trees. So, one law is there. That law is simply prohibiting everyone to felling a sandalwood tree in their land. Okay, even if it is grows one's own land without prior permission from the government. Clear? So as poor people cannot deal with government, his legal provision leads to rip-roaring business for dash. Okay. So rip-roaring business meaning something not ideal, something not in a proper way, something in a black way, like black money type of way. Okay. So middlemen rich, the government poor, touts rich, touts poor, raise and meddle. Okay. So our answer would be a rip-roaring business for touts, sir. Okay, who care neither for the poor nor the trees. This is the answer, sir. Okay, meaning touts meaning is what? They are buying something in less price and selling it in high price. Okay, so this is the thing. So in this case, sir, who came neither for the poor nor the trees. So these touts are not actually care for neither. They are buying sandals and they are selling it in high price. So they are not giving money to the poor also, and trees they are cutting. So for 61, D is the answer, touts and poor. Question number 62 under the same direction. It will take some time for many South Koreans to dash the conflicting image of North Korea, let alone to dash what to make of their northern cousins. Okay, so what is the thing? It will take some time for many South Koreans to dash the conflicting image of North Korea. So everybody knows the conflict between North Korea and South Korea, let alone to dash what to make of their northern cousins. So reconcile, decide, understand, clarify, make out, decide, reconcile, understand, meander, no. Okay. So first of all, reconcile meaning harmonizing. Two areas are living in a very peaceful way. Okay. Understand, clarify, everybody knows. Make out meaning understanding, reconcile, understand. And then there is a word meander. Meander meaning bending. Okay. Meander meaning bend, or you can say curve. Okay, bending or curve, like river bends, river curves, like that, sir. Okay, so it will take some time for many South Koreans to reconcile. Okay, why reconcile? Because we are talking about harmonizing with another. So reconcile the conflicting image of North Korea, let alone to decide what to make of their northern cousins. So what to do, they can't even think about their northern cousins. So for 62A, reconcile and decide is the answer. Question number 63 under the same direction. In this bleak and depressing time of dash prices, non-performing governments and dash crime rates, Saurav Ganguly has given us Indians a lot to cheer about. Meaning, sir, something is not good about government, and at the same time, cricketer Ganguly has given Indians a lot to cheer about. Okay, so opposite thing is going on. So options are escalating, increase, both are increasing only, spiraling and boom. Okay, boom meaning sudden increase, spiraling meaning sir coiling. Okay, like this. Fine. After that, spiraling is there also. Soaring, ascending. Soaring meaning getting high, and ascending meaning gradually high or growing up. Debilitating meaning is draining, something you are using and that is drained. Rampant meaning uncontrolled. Fine. So in these bleak and depressing times of, what would be the answer? C sir, of spiraling prices meaning coiling up. Prices are coiling up. Okay. Non-performing governments and soaring crime rates. Okay. Why soaring? Because crime rates are getting high. So government is neither doing good. Crime rates are also getting high. At that time, one particular cricketer given all the Indians something to cheer about. So for 63, C is the answer. Question number 64. The manners and dash of the movio reach is a recurrent dash in the literature. So options are style, motive, moral story, wealth, theme, morals, theme, trash and docile. Okay. So one by one, the things. First of all, the manners and morals of the movio reach is a recurrent. Okay. So sir, here answer will be morals of the movie Rish is a recurrent story in the literature. The manners and morals of the movie Rish, so it's a type of thing. So is a recurrent story in the literature, meaning slowly, slowly they are growing. So 64B, morals and story is the answer. Okay, the manners and morals of the movie Rish is a recurrent story in the literature. Question number 65. But dash are now regularly written, not just for tools but well established practices, organizations, and institutions, not all which seem to be dash away. Options are reports withering, stories trading, books dying, obituaries fading, rush and muddle. Okay, so one by one, sir. Withering meaning is fading only. Withering meaning is fading or getting colorless slowly, slowly. Okay, other meanings everybody knows. Let us know the meaning of the word obituaries. Obituaries meaning notice or advertisement of death. Okay, newspaper front page, after that obituaries everyone will find out. So, but dash are now regularly written. What are now regularly written, sir? But obituaries are now regularly written. Sir, but is there, but meaning something opposite, something negative. So obituaries are now regularly written, not just for tools, but well established practices, organizations and institutions, not all, which seem to be fading away. Okay, so 65D is the answer. Obituaries and fading. Why fading? Because as some notices of death is written regularly, not just for tools, but well established practices also, organizations also, institutions also, not all which seem to be fading away. Previously they thought that will not fade away, but right now fading away. So for 65D is the answer. Directions 66 to 70. Read each sentence to find out whether there is any grammatical or idiomatic error in it. The error, if any, will be in one part of the sentence. The number of that part is the answer. If there is no error, the answer is E. So, this laboratory of physics is not only equipped with all state of the art instruments, but also with outstanding physicists. So, sir, who is our total focus? Outstanding physicists and all state of the art instruments. These two. So, see carefully, but also with. But here, not only equipped with. So, problem is there. So, what to make, sir? This laboratory of physics is equipped. After that, not only will come, sir. Okay, not here, because our object will be under the focus. So physics is equipped not only with all state of the art instruments but also with outstanding physicists. So problem is in B. The answer is B. Question number 67. No method of making other people agree to your viewpoint is as effective as this method. So, no method of making other people agree to your viewpoint. So, problem is in no. Okay, why? Because you are talking about agree or agreement. So, if you will use no, then it will be wrong. So, far better will be, sir, any method of making other people agree to your viewpoint is as effective as this method. Okay, so for 67A or other, you can make it like this: no other methods of making other people agree. Whatever your choice, do. So for 67A, there is a problem. So A is the answer for 67 number. Question number 68. I was pretty sure that he would support my views for changing the age-old and static structure of our organization. So I was pretty sure that he would support my views of changing, sir, views of something, not views for something. So I was pretty sure that he would support my views of changing the age-old and static structure of our organization. 68, C of is the answer. So C is the wrong area. So C is the actual option to correct. Question number 69. I did not like his comments on my paper, but I had no alternative as I had agreed to keep quiet. Okay, so I did not like his comments. No, no problem till here on my paper, because sir, comments will be written on the paper only. But I had no alternative. Said did is here, had is here. Till now, no problem. No other alternative. Why? As I had agreed to keep quiet already. Already I have done that. Before I could not do anything. So previous action had agreed, no problem. So for 69E, no error is the answer. Question number 70. The report is candid in admitting that the investment by the government in health and family planning have been eroded considerably. So, sir, we are talking about the report like this thing, sir. The price of the cars. Remember this much only. Two things are there. Cars is there, price is there. But we are talking or focusing totally on price, not on cars. It is plural, it is singular. In the same way, report is singular only, sir. So the report is candid in admitting that the investment by the government in health and family planning of the cars, same thing. We are talking about report, focusing is on report. Have will become has, that's all, sir. D is the problematic area, so D is the answer. Okay. The price of the cars is in the same way. The report is candid in admitting that the investment by the government in health and family planning has been eroded considerably. So for 70, D is the answer. Direction 71 to 75. 5 sentences related to a topic are given below. 4 of them can be put together to form a meaningful and coherent short paragraph. Identify the odd one out, choose its number as your answer and key it in. So 71 options are: agitations over the distribution of water in the Kaveri are not new or surprising given the extreme dependence on agricultural and economic activity in the river basin. B. Dense forest cover once helped reduce the likelihood of flash flooding, retaining water on hill slopes to enable slow percolation and recharge of the tributaries. C. Deforestation across the basin has contributed to reduction in rainfall, soil erosion, and flooding, with hundreds of thousands of trees being decimated to make way for plantations, urban construction, and agriculture. D. The Kaveri River's fertile basin has encouraged the growth of forests, agriculture, and industry, all of which coexist in an uneasy manner and are now threatened. And in the place of forests, plantations of water-hungry trees such as eucalyptus and acacia are further reducing the water table. Okay, so what is the thing we are getting here? We are getting, sir, that particular river called Kaveri. And as we are getting the Kaveri, in Kaveri we are getting, sir, Kaveri has a fertile basin and their growth of forests is also there, agriculture, industry, all are coexisting. But what happens, sir? deforestation happened, meaning cutting down of trees. So the basin has contributed reduction in rainfall, meaning rainfall stopped, soil erosion started, flooding started, with hundreds of thousands of trees being decimated to make way for plantations, urban construction, and agriculture. Okay. After that, dense forest cover once helped to reduce the likelihood of flash flooding, retaining water on hill slopes to enable slow percolation and recharge of the tributaries. Meaning, sir, forest was there, dense forest was there, and it was helping reducing the likelihood of flash flooding. Clear, and everything was proper. And tributaries, recharging of tributaries was also very good. And in the place of forest, plantation of water-hungry trees such as eucalyptus and acacia are further reducing the water tables. So all persons are right now putting Kaveri in a problem. Okay. But here, sir, in A, agitations over distribution of water in the Kaveri are not new or surprising given the extreme dependence on agriculture and economic activity in the river basin. What is the meaning of the word agitation? Agitation meaning anxiety. Okay, any kind of anxiety, sir. So distribution of water is not proper, so anxiety is going on. But as distribution of water we are talking about, and in BCDE we are totally talking about the forest, the deforestation, Kaveri rivers fertile basin, and right now everything was coexist. Right now forest is not there, and that's why water level is drowning, and rainfall, reduction of rainfall, soil erosion, flooding, everything is going on. Okay, so we are talking about disaster in BCDE, and here in A option we are talking about some anxiety over distribution of water. Okay, water is not there, how you can distribute, sir? So for 71A is the odd one out. Okay, so for 71A is the answer. Question number 72 under the same direction. The most famous of his books was Walden, or Life in the Woods, an assemblage of sustained thinking about life in a rural setting, deeply felt psychological insights amidst everyday life, and some sharp criticisms of the society around him. B. As a book that has survived generations, Walden lives on in the cathedrals of American literary consciousness as a sort of moonlit gargoyle tucked away, sitting vigil over modernity and its discontents. See, schools with progressive curricula now teach their students excerpts from Walden, whether high schoolers see in his life a quest for authentic living or merely civil dungeons is hard to tell. See, all of these are sketched out in an artful prose that is extraordinarily in the attention to the sensuousness and specificities of reality. Okay, so here we are getting what, sir? Here we are getting this one. The most famous of his books was Walden, or Life in the Woods. Here, an assemblage of sustained thinking about life in rural setting, deeply felt psychological insights amidst everyday life, and some sharp criticism of the society around him. The author is written a book, Walden, or Life in the Woods. After that, as a book that has survived generations, Walden lives on in the cathedrals of American literary consciousness as a sort of moonlit gargoyle, tuckled away, sitting vigil over modernity and in discontents. Okay, so this book has survived generations. Continuously, one after another generation, this book is always read properly, and it has become, and Walden lives on the cathedrals of American literary consciousness as a sort of everything, all these things. Okay, why cathedrals of American literary consciousness? Cathedral is the highest position, okay, of Christianity, and in American literature consciousness, this book is in the highest position, sir. Okay, and indeed all of these are sketched out in an artful prose that is extraordinary in its attention to the sensuousness and specificities of reality. What are the things? All the life in woods, assemblage of the lives. Okay, so A, B, and D all are fine here. Okay, one after another. First will be B, then will be A, then will be D. Okay, But here said check C is wrong. Schools with progressive curricula now teach their students excerpts from Walden. Whether high schoolers see in his life a quest for authentic living or merely self-indulgence is hard to tell. So we are talking about a book and how that book is worshipped by everyone in American literature society. What the schools and high schools are doing with this thing, we don't need to know. So for C, there is a wrong thing, odd. Okay. So for 72, C is the answer. Question number 73. What Mr. Kumar has failed to realize is that his image as an honest leader may have been boosted nationally, but his move towards the BJP within hours of breaking up with the RJD has also projected him as being an absolute opportunistic leader. His two widely acclaimed positive traits of honesty and integrity are turning out to be a liability for him. His image is of a clean politician, and he may seem to be a crumbling under its weight. See, the politics of Bihar is a bit different from the politics of Delhi. It may be possible to mobilize a sizable number of urban voters with a clean image, and we have seen that happening in Delhi in recent years. See, what he has not realized is that in his commitment to fight against corruption, he has ended up making a compromise on the issue of secularism, which is no less dangerous than corruption for democratic governance. So, here we are getting about a person, Mr. Kumar, okay, and this person failed to realize is that his image and honest leader may have been boosted nationally, okay. It will be boosted, but his move towards BJP within hours of breaking up with RJD has also projected him as being an absolute opportunistic leader. Meaning, sir, people are coming out from one political party and jumping towards another political party, and they are so opportunistic. Meaning, if they can understand this any party is going down not to get the vote, then they will simply change the party, and thus they are becoming opportunistic to be in power. Okay, and his two widely acclaimed positive traits of honesty and integrity are turning out to be a liability for him. His image is of a clean politician, and he may seem to be crumbling under its weight. And indeed, what he has not realized is that in his commitment to fight against corruption, he has ended up making a compromise on the issue of secularism, which is less dangerous than corruption for democratic governance. Fine. But here we are talking about Mr. Kumar in A, in B, in D also. But we are not talking about Mr. Kumar in C, sir. The politics of Bihar we are getting. The politics of urban voters we are getting. And Delhi and one comparison between Bihar politics we are going through. So here we could not take C. So particular C is the odd one. So C is the answer for 73. Question number 74. This mix-up is in identity is due to the peculiar existential crisis the corporation finds itself in. B. The Prasad Bharati Corporation is neither fish nor fowl, as editorials and opinion articles have pointed out. C. A talk with its employees will reveal that they don't want the corporation tag anymore. D. Called an autonomous corporation by an act passed in Parliament, it is so only in name, as neither the employees nor the government have wanted to let go of the government's premier broadcaster tag. Let us read again, sir. We are talking about this particular Prasad Bharati Corporation. Here, the Prasad Bharati Corporation is neither fish nor fowl, as editorials and opinion articles have pointed out. Okay, so they are neither fish nor fowl. Okay, so this mixed up identity after that, sir, in A, identity is due to the peculiar existential crisis the corporation finds itself in. So this Prasad Bharati Corporation right now, they got this mixed up in identity to the peculiar existential crisis. Okay, then D, called an autonomous corporation, Prasad Bharati Corporation, autonomous corporation by an act passed in Parliament. It is so only in name, as neither the employees nor the government have wanted to let go of the government's premier broadcaster tag. Okay, so they don't want to let go the government tag. Okay, at the end, a talk with its employees will reveal that they don't want the corporation tag anymore. But sir, no, we are not talking about the corporation tag. We are talking about government's premier broadcaster tag. Okay, they have a tag that they are government employees. Okay, this Prasar Bharati Corporation is a directly related to government, and somehow these two are dividing from one another, separating from one another. So particular employees nor the government have wanted to let go of the government premier broadcasters tag. So here employees are talking about the corporation tag. No, sir. Government tag we are talking about, not corporation tag. See again problem. C is the odd. Okay. So for 74, C is the answer. Question number 75. The distinction between voluntarism and intellectualism was intimately tied to medieval and modern theories of natural law. 19th century voluntarism has its origin in Kant, particularly his doctrine of the primacy of the practical over the pure reason. See, if we grant that moral or physical laws issue from God, it next needs to be answered whether they issue from God's will or God's reason. Voluntarism is a theory that God or the ultimate nature of reality is to be conceived as some form of will. So, here we are getting, sir, let us start with B. 19th century voluntarism had its origin in Kant, particularly his doctrine of the primacy of the practical over the pure reason. Okay. And voluntarism is the theory that God or the ultimate nature of the reality is to be conceived as some form of will. Now, sir, if we grant that moral or physical laws issues from God, it next needs to be answered whether they issued from God's will or God's reason. Meaning God is making all these kinds of things, physical law, moral law, okay, God made it for a reason or God made it out of his own will, sudden will. Okay. So B and C and D all are talking about voluntarism. 19th century voluntarism. But in A, the distinction between voluntarism and intellectualism was intimately tied to medieval and modern theories of natural law. We are totally talking about voluntarism and yet directly intellectualism came, and never ever we are comparing that. We are only talking about voluntarism only. So here 75 A is odd one. Okay, why? The distinction between voluntarism and intellectualism we are trying to find out. So that is wrong. For 78 A is the answer then, because that is odd. Directions. Question number 76 to 82. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions given below them. Certain words or phrases have been printed in bold to help you locate them while answering some of the questions. So here we are getting what, sir? Here we are getting reading comprehension. So let us go to the question first. 76. As per the passage, what is or are the concerns regarding these rate cards in the GST regime? Options are: companies will not get enough time to rework pricing strategies and replace existing market inventory, failing which they could face anti-profiteering action. Then, the GST Council's 28th meeting has significantly altered the courses of the nearby 13-month-old tax regime in a negative way. See, the decision to make the GST a 100% government-owned firm instead of the present structure with 51% private ownership explains neither how this will address data security concerns nor the impact on the network's functional efficiency, which was the original stated intent for giving private players an upper hand in the operations, both A and C, both A and B. So we let us get that the concerns regarding these rate cuts about in the GST regime. Where is that one? Okay. So let us find out, sir. If implemented well, the revenue lost could be offset by higher consumption that may lead to more investments over time. Moreover, improvements in compliance can be expected from the council decision to further simplify paperwork for small and medium enterprises. But there are two major concerns. First, since the new rates are to kick in from July 27, companies may not have enough time. Okay, so companies may not have enough time to rework pricing strategies and replace existing market inventory, failing which they could face anti-profiteering action. Okay, so that is a GST regime and that is the problem we are getting here. Okay, so sir, For this one, for 76A, companies will not get enough time to rework pricing strategy and replace. That is the answer. For 76A is the answer because concerns regarding this cut rates is our main focus. Question number 77. Which of the following is the most appropriate title, okay, for the passage above? Remember, for title, first para and the last para, read. In the middle, nothing to be read. Answer after reading this first and last para, whatever you will understood, the all of them, whatever the thing will come in your mind, that will be your answer. Okay. So in that case, sir, the theme should be answered. After reading first paragraph, last paragraph, the theme should be answered. So here, let us read first then the first one, unveiling a mini budget of sorts in the middle of the financial year, the Goods and Service Tax Council has announced a reduction in the tax rates for over 85 goods. Applicable indirect tax rates on consumer durables such as television sets, washing machines, and refrigerators, along with a dozen other products, have been slashed from 28% to 18%. The tax rate of environmentally friendly fuel cell vehicles has been reduced from 28% to 12%, and the compensation cess levied on them dropped. This leaves just about 35 products, including tobacco, automobiles, cement, in the highest tax slab of the GST structure. Rakhis without semi-precious stones as well as sanitary napkins that attracted 12% GST have been exempted from the tax altogether. Several other products have been placed in lower tax slabs, including those from employment-intensive sectors such as carpets and handicrafts. So what we are getting, sir, in the middle of the financial year, currently some products have been like tax rate is slashed altogether. And after that, here we are getting, sir, in this particular area, that estimates of revenue losses from these rate cuts vary widely, but it's too early to fret about the impact on macro fiscal numbers. If implemented well, the revenue lost could be offset by higher consumption that may lead to more investments over time. Moreover, improvements in compliance can be expected from the Council's decision to further simplify paperwork for small and medium enterprises. But there are two major concerns. First, since the new rates are to kick in from July 27, companies may not have enough time to rework pricing strategies and replace existing market inventory, failing which they could face anti-profiteering action. Second, members of the council have for the first time questioned its functioning and alleged that not all the changes and rate cuts were placed on the agenda. For a tricky tax that is still a work in progress, distrust between the center and the states would make further rationalization difficult. Such friction must be avoided in a system in which the states have so far worked in tandem with the center. Okay, so here the whole area is talking about the problem of the first area was talking about what, sir? In the middle of the economical year or financial year, tax are cutting of some particular goods. And here what we are getting, sir? Here we are getting, sir, estimates of revenue losses from these rate cuts. Okay, so our answer would be here, stimulus mode on GST rate cuts. Let us read other options also. GST successful story of cooperative federalism, impact on macro fiscal numbers, stimulus mode on GST rate cuts, delivering the goods on GST collections 1 year after the GST anniversary. So why the answer would be C, stimulus mode on GST rate cuts. GST rates are cuts. Why? Because some financial years was there in the middle of the financial year, something have done, and and of for that, what is going on? Estimates of revenue losers. This rate cuts very widely, but it's too early to fret about the impact on macro fiscal numbers. So we are talking about the stimulation of that, what can happen, what not can happen. So for 77C is the perfect title, stimulus mode on GST rate cuts. Question number 78. Which of the following statement is or are correct in context with the passage? Options are, the government is keen to start machine tax credits claimed by business for inputs from suppliers. In its second year, the GST Council must pursue a time-bound approach to execute plans already announced to ease taxpayers' woes, such as an e-wallet for exporters and a simpler return form. See, the GST Council is one of the success of what the government likes to call cooperative federalism, where the center and the states work together. The rate cuts on products of mass use can be considered as a driving force to increase consumption before the festive season. None above. So, which of the following statement is or are correct in the context of the passage? Okay. So, here in this case, in the second paragraph, unveiling a mini budget of sorts in the middle of the financial year, the Goods and Services Tax Council has announced reduction in the tax rates for over 85 goods. Okay. All the goods are written here, and after that, sir, on the services front too, there are important tweaks and clarifications overall. Industry and consumers may consider these rate cuts largely on products and services of mass use. Okay, and here check everyone, largely on products and services of mass use as a stimulus to drive consumption ahead of the festive season. So this is the fine thing. On the services front too, there are important tweaks and clarifications. Overall, industry and consumers may consider these rate cuts largely on products and services of mass use as a stimulus to drive consumption ahead of the festive season. It is also a sign that the government has begun the groundwork to woo voters ahead of the state and parliamentary elections. Okay, so here we are getting, sir, only this. Okay, indeed, the rate cuts on products of mass use can be considered as a driving force to increase consumption before the festive. Okay, so for here, what is the correct one? D is the correct one only. Okay, others are totally wrong. Okay, because the government is keen to start matching tax credits claimed by business for imports. Nowhere there. It is second year the GST Council must pursue time-bound approach to execute plans already announced to ease taxpayers' owes. Okay, that is also not there. And GST Council is one of the success of what the government likes to call cooperative federalism. That is also not there. And this is a thing only for 78. D is the answer. Question number 79. Which of the following word has similar meaning to the word given in bold in the passage? Word is tweaks. Options are scratches, calcification, ubiquitous, modification, callousness. So what is the meaning of the word tweaks? First, let us know that. The meaning of tweaks is pinch or pull out sharply. Okay. So scratches is there, classification is there. So calcification meaning is inflexible. Calcification meaning is inflexible. Ubiquitous meaning is omnipresent, everywhere who is present. Okay, like God. Fine. Modification, everybody knows that we are changing something, modifying, and callousness meaning, sir, someone who is not serious. Okay, so tweaks meaning pinching, pull out sharply. Clear? So we are pulling out something, we are modifying something, it is changing. So tweaks synonym is modification. So option number D is the answer. Question number 80. Which of the following word has similar meaning to the word given in bold in the passage? Word is gambit. Options are serendipity, gimmick, frankness, fluke, and fortuity. So the word is gambit. Gambit meaning is stratagem. Gambit meaning is stratagem. What is the meaning is of stratagem? To do something with strategy. Okay. Options are serendipity. Serendipity meaning luck or good fortune. While you are doing something, you are getting luck on that. Okay. Gimmick. Then frankness. Frankness meaning openly talking about everything. Fluke. Fluke meaning good fortune again. And fortuity meaning accidental. And fortuity meaning accidental. So our here the word is particular gimmick. Why? Because you are doing something for your own purpose and you are using strategy on that. Okay, so gimmick. meaning to get something you are showing something gimmick or something you can't do after that. So gambit and gimmick are the synonyms. So for 80 number, B is the answer. Question number 81. Which of the following word is opposite in meaning of the word given in bold in the passage? Word is tandem. Okay. Options are together, squad, contingent, all of the above, none of the above. Okay. So tandem. Tandem meaning one behind the other. Tandem meaning one behind the other. Okay. So together, squad, contingent, and all of the above. So here we are getting a particular contingent word. Contingent meaning is uncertain. Okay. Contingent meaning is uncertain. Together and squads are only sir one behind the another. Okay. So here our answer would be none of the above only, because tandem meaning we are getting one behind the other, one person behind that, behind that, behind that, like that. So they are all together only. They are making a squad one after another. And contingent meaning uncertain, and no word is giving the opposite of that word. So for 81 is the answer none of the above. Question number 82. Which of the following word is opposite in meaning of the word given in the uh, given in bold in the passage? The word is slashed. Slashed meaning everybody knows cutting or cut down or lower. So options are gash, then curtail, then enlarged, then retrenched, then both C and D. So retrenched meaning is a very new word. Everybody should know the meaning. The meaning is the word for reduction. Clear? So here gash and slashed are same, cutting down. Curtail and slashed are same, cutting down. Curtail meaning lower. Enlarged meaning getting bigger, not cutting. So C is the answer obviously for slashed. For 82, C is the answer. And retrenched meaning I written already, reduction. Again cursor. So A, B and D are synonymous. Opposite or antonymous is only enlarged. For 82, C is the answer. Directions 83 to 90. Read the following passage carefully. Answer the questions given below them. Certain words or phrases have been printed in bold to help you locate them while answering some of the questions. So, question number 83. Machine learning, the set of technologies used to create AI, is a data guzzling monster. Why is the set of technologies termed as data guzzling monster? Options are: AI is considered a monster as it provides negative results. It requires a huge amount of funds to create AI-based technologies. AI involves a laborious process called annotation. Large amount of data is required as input to create AI, and both A and D. So here we are getting, sir. Let us go to paragraph number 2. Let us read. However, there are formidable obstacles. AI startups already offer some solutions, but the challenge lies in scaling this to cover the entire value chain. As Niti Aayog envisions, the first problem is data. Machine learning, read from here very carefully. The set of technologies used to create AI is a data guzzling monster. Okay, meaning too much data is needed. It takes realms of historical data as input, identifies the relationships among data elements, and makes predictions. More sophisticated forms of machine learning, like deep learning, attempt to mimic the human brain. And even though they promise greater accuracy, they also need more data than what is required by traditional machine learning. Meaning traditional machine learning, and they need more data than that also. So when sir, what is a monster? Monster is like more than human being. They need more food. So this particular thing called AI need much more food in the terms of data. So in that case, sir, question number 83. Question number 83 has this D and as the answer. Why they are called data guzzling monster? Because large amount of data is required as input to create AI. Question number 84. Which of the following statement is or are incorrect in context with the passage? So, deep learning needs data of many years, and this complete data is available with Climate Connect to use AI to predict the amount of power a solar plant will generate. Number 2, the startup Intello Labs help buyers to compare prices of grains, fruits, and vegetables. Number 3, the use of artificial intelligence can cater to bring a farming revolution. So let us find out. Number one, deep learning needs data of many years, and this complete data is available with Climate Connect. So in number four, check here. In fact, the lack of data means that deep learning does not work for all companies in India. One example is Climate Connect, a Delhi-based firm which uses AI to predict the amount of power a solar plant will generate every 15 minutes. Thus, that is a particular Delhi-based firm that is uses AI to predict the amount. Okay, so here we are getting, sir, what? Deep learning needs data of many years, and this complete data is available with Climate Connect to use AI to predict the amount of power, but we don't need at all. So it is wrong. Okay, that is a Delhi-based firm, and they're using some data of AI itself. So wrong. Number two, the startup Intello Labs help buyers to compare prices of grains, fruits, and vegetables. Okay, here in number three number paragraph, let us see, sir, in three number paragraph, take the Bangalore-based Intello Labs, for instance, a startup which helps buyers at agricultural mandis evaluate the quality of grains, fruits, or vegetables. What is the thing, sir? What we are getting? Mandis evaluate, need to understand what kind of quality of grains, fruits, or vegetables they are giving. Here, sir, what is written? The startup Intello Labs help buyers to compare prices. So, sir, not to compare prices. Right now, what I told? Right now, I told to evaluate the quality, not to compare price. So, again, sir, problem, because we are talking about the passage is talking about quality, but here we are talking about compare prices. So, number two is again wrong, and one is also wrong. So, we are getting only one and two here in C option. And when we will get like this, don't read. So 1 and 2 are wrong. So for 84, C is the answer. Question number 85. As per the passage, what are the drawbacks of normal inspection of agricultural? So virtual inspection involves a laborious process called annotation. It becomes challenging to inspect a large amount of grains physically. To inspect visually, it requires expertise of buyer and middlemen may cheat farmers. None is correct, all are correct. So as per the passage, what are the drawbacks of normal inspection of agricultural? So go to paragraph number 3 and let us check, sir. But this process is subjective and prone to error. What is the process? To determine visually how much wheat is destroyed by pests and foreign particles, like the quality. Okay, prone to error. Visual inspection relies too much on the buyer's expectation, and corrupt middlemen may cheat farmers. So, a smartphone-based AI product such as Intello Labs grading app can help. So, normal procedure can corrupt middlemen, buyer expertise and corrupt middlemen may cheat farmers. So, in this case, sir, we are getting that thing here. Okay, we are getting that thing here that to inspect visually, it requires expertise of buyer and middlemen may cheat farmers. C is the answer for 85 number. Question number 86. Which of the following statements is or are correct in context with the passage? So, the dream of a computer system with godlike powers and the wisdom to use them well is a theological construct, not a technological possibility. B. The biggest agricultural data today resides with the government. It's entirely up to them to annotate it and make it usable. C. Machine learning, a more precise term for AI, will certainly continue to surpass human capabilities in specific domains such as medical diagnosis and facial recognition. And D. People wonder whether instead of our controlling artificial intelligence, it will control us, turning us in effect into cyborgs, and none of them. Okay, so here we are getting, sir, that option number B. Let us find out in passage number 3 that experts then identify the contents of these photos, a laborious process called annotation. Next, the team wrote a deep learning algorithm which was trained using the photos. Today, the algorithm can predict the quality of 12 foods over 95% of the time in a few markets like Delhi and Rajasthan. But in order to expand their basket beyond 12 products and a few states, Intello Labs will need millions of more such images. This can be challenging for a private firm unless such images are collected, digitized, and annotated automatically by the government agricultural mandis. Such data collection does not happen today. The biggest agricultural data today resides with the government. It's entirely up to them to annotate it and make it usable. So here what is going on, that digitized and annotated automatically by the government at agricultural mandis. Such data collection does not happen today. The biggest agricultural data today resides with the government. It's entirely up to them to annotate it and make it usable. So here we are getting, sir, this particular B option. The biggest agricultural data today resides with the government. It's entirely up to them to annotate it and make it usable. So we already got this one, B. And here check, none of the above is the answer. So we should not read the others. So for 86, B is the answer. Question number 87. Which of the following word has similar meaning to the word given in bold in the passage? Word is formidable. Options are consoling, tranquilizing, facile, and effortless, and horrendous. Formidable meaning is inspiring fear. Okay. Some other words like consoling, you are consoling someone, you are giving mental support to someone. That is a mental support. Tranquilizing meaning smooth or placid. Okay. Then facile meaning neat or very slick. S-L-I-C-K, slick. Okay. Effortless, everybody knows. Horrendous is the inspiring fear. So formidable, E, horrendous is the answer. Question number 88. Which of the following word has similar meaning to the word given in the bold in the passage? So word is guzzling. Options are abstaining, curtailing, quaffing, both B and C, none of the above. So first of all, guzzling meaning is swilling. So many meanings are there. First let me write it down. Swilling, gulping, or swallowing directly. Immediately, I have given you a bottle of water and you are thirsty. The way you will take the water, that is a thing called guzzling. Okay, so abstaining meaning stopping, curtailing meaning something which is going on, like to stop, curtailing, reducing. Okay, going on to stop or reducing. Okay, quaffing meaning swallow. Quaffing meaning swallow. This is the meaning of swallowing. Okay, swallowing. So guzzling and quaffing are the synonymous. So for 88, C is the answer. Question number 89. Which of the following word is opposite in meaning to the word given in bold in the passage? Word is sparse. Options are skimpy, slender, niggardly, major, copious. Okay. So for the word sparse, let us know the meaning of this word first. Sparse meaning which is not dense. Okay. Or thin. So skimpy and sparse are synonymous word, not dense or slick in design. Slender meaning slight, minimum. Okay. Again, sir, not dense. Major and niggardly. Niggardly meaning someone don't want to spend money at all. Major meaning that much is needed, that much. Okay. Copious meaning voluminous. Copious meaning voluminous. Okay. So for 89, E is the answer because opposite is asked. So sparse meaning not dense, slick, and copious meaning voluminous. So many. So for 89 is the answer. Which of the following word is opposite in meaning to the word given in bold in the passage? Word is annotate. Options are commentate, construe, elucidate, expound, none of this. Annotate. Annotate meaning commenting. Okay, or interpreting. Commentate, construe. Construe meaning is interpreting or interpret. Okay, elucidate meaning, the particular meaning of that word is clarifying something, interpreting something. Okay, and then there is the word expound. Expound meaning adding details, adding extra details. Okay, so uh, opposite in the meaning would be, sir, for this one, none of the above. Why? Because Commentate and annotate, same meaning. Construe meaning interpreting, meaning you are putting commentary to make people understand. Elucidate meaning clarify, you have to make comments on that thing. Expound meaning adding details. So with annotate, no one is going with the opposite. So for 90 is the answer, none of the above. To get all the notifications and new uploaded videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel IACE and click the bell icon.